Hey everyone, and thanks for tuning into Glossi Office Hours. My name is Alex, and I'll be walking you through a couple of our frequently asked user questions. Today we're going to be talking about how to upload and manage your clippings, how to link out from images and text, and we'll also be reviewing the new customization tool that Glossi has available for its users. We're going to kick off this webisode of Glossi Office Hours by talking about clippings, what they are, how to upload them, and how to use them. Clippings are what we call images that you upload to Glossi. They can be JPEG, GIF, PNG, or PDF files. There are two places that you can add clippings to your account. The first is located in the black navigation bar at the top of every page. Hitting Add Images will take you to this pop-up where you have the option of uploading an image from your computer or directly from a website. The main difference is that uploading from the desktop enables you to make the image linkable to the URL of your choice, whereas uploading from a website captures the item's URL and doesn't allow you to customize it. Let's start by showing you how to upload from your computer. This is super simple, just like attaching a file to an email. Hit Upload from Desktop and choose the file that you want. Glossi pulls the image into your clippings, there it is, and now you have the option of adding it to a folder, which is a helpful way to stay organized. Go ahead and go to Move to Folder, and then you can either create a new folder that is specifically for this project, or you can add it to a folder that already exists. Hit Save, and then the image is deposited into your clippings folders even though you're redirected back to your Glossi homepage. The second way you can add images to your clippings folder is also in creation mode. There's an Add Images button in the Clippings tab right here, and when you click it, it'll take you back to this screen. This time, I'll show you how to add images from a website. You're simply going to copy and paste the URL of any site. It can be an online store like Shopbop, it can be a blog, anything, and you'll paste that into this field and hit Add from Website. The Glossi bot automatically pulls all the available images on their page and inputs their main URL. You choose which ones you want to upload by selecting them. Now here you'll notice that the image is cropped off, but don't worry, that's just a fragment of the image that we're uploading. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that. I'm going to add it to a folder, and I'm going to actually create a new folder that's specific for this Glossi that I'm working on. Hit Add and save the image. Now you can see the clippings that you just added at the top of your clippings folder, which is available here and shows you everything that you've uploaded. Now obviously this can get a little bit overwhelming, so if you want to sort through your clippings just for greater ease of navigation and creation, go all the way to the left here where you'll have the My Clippings folder. You can close this folder, and when you open it up, you'll see all the subfolders that you created. So this image right here, this guy, you'll notice that we put in the fashion folder. So if you go into fashion, you'll see it right there. Back to the image we just uploaded, these shoes we popped into a new folder that I labeled Glossi New, and that's available right there as well. Now, if you want to see your clippings or organize them, the best way to do that at a glance is by clicking into your account settings in the top black navigation bar and choosing My Clippings from the drop-down. This takes you to a page where your clippings are organized by folder. And from here, you can click into each folder and view your clippings as an easy-to-read grid. From here, you can edit or delete your clippings. You edit your clipping by hovering over it until the Edit button appears. Then you can edit the description or change the folder that it's located in. You can also delete the Glossi by hovering over the image until the X appears here in the corner. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you delete a clipping that's already been used in a Glossi that you have published, that image will stay in the Glossi, but it won't link out to anything. Generally, safe is better than sorry, so I wouldn't delete clippings that you know you've used, but I do recommend moving them to a folder to have them out of the way. So what we're going to do here is go ahead and edit the folder that it's located in. Oops. There we go. Create a new folder titled Used in Glossis, add, and save, and then it'll be out of your way. So this is kind of a perfect segue into the second segment of Glossi Office Hours for today, where we're going to be teaching you how to edit links. Let's show you how to edit the link on an image, and we'll go ahead and use the image that we uploaded from our desktops just a moment ago, this cute street style one. So click through the clippings folder, find the image within it, hover over it until you see the edit button, and then click that. Now, we talked about the description field and the folder before because these are editable options for all images, whether you upload them directly from your desktop or from a website. Now, because this is a desktop image, you have the option of editing and inputting a source. So we're going to go ahead and copy and paste the direct source, which is from the sartorialist, and we're going to put it here. Now, the reason for doing this is anything from building a more engaging, glossy experience for your readers to assigning photo credit to the original photographer or blogger. So, number of different uses, and it's nice to have this option. As soon as you've pasted your source into this field, hit Save Clipping, and you'll notice that the link now appears beneath it. So, how this works is when you go to create a glossy and you pop this image into it, you'll see this line pops up and the link will be included there, and then you can go ahead and write in display text for this. So you can say, see original image here. And then you save that. It says link is successfully saved. And when you save and publish this, here's what your readers will see. As they hover over this glossy image, they'll notice these three logos up on the side. This left one here is actually going to be the link out logo, and the text that you put in, see original image here, is visible. And then when your reader clicks it, they're taken to the original source of the image. Now let's talk about how to add links to images while you're in the creation tool. So we're going to go ahead and click into this page and drag an image that we have in our clippings. And you'll notice that this pops up on the right hand side again, adding a link for this image and adding display text for this link. So you can click away from this for a second, go ahead and edit your image, and then every time you double click this image, this will pop up for you. So let's say that this links back to your blog, and the display text can be something like, see this on my blog. And that's saved. Now when a user views your glossy, they will see the text that you put in, and this will take you to the URL that you inputted. There it is, my blog. Now let's talk about linking out from logos and social icons, which is something you're definitely going to want to do to engage with your glossy readers and link them back to your social networks and your original website. So I'm just going to X out of this image and add a blog logo. Obviously this isn't our official one, but it'll do for these purposes. So you go ahead and you deposit your logo onto the page, and then when you double click the image, you'll get a blank one of these messages. Go ahead and copy and paste the URL that you want your logo to link to, and then you can go ahead and write anything in the display text. So visit our blog here and save. Now if you want to link out to your social networks, it's the exact same thing. Go ahead and drag and drop the logo into place, and then simply copy and paste the URL that you want the social logo to link to. And you're all set. One more option that you have for linking out through your glossy is through text. So go ahead and add text to your page. Type your desired message. As with the glossy text editor, you have the option of choosing your font, editing your size, changing your boldness, color, formatting, anything like that. Highlight the word that you want to link out, and then use the Insert or Edit Link button up here at the top to paste your link URL in. That's all. Now it's live, and when you hover over the word that you selected, it'll be underlined. Now this shows up a little bit differently for your readers when your glossy is published. Let me show you how it's different. When your readers want to click through anything that is an image, they'll scan over it and they'll click on this link in the corner to be taken to the destination URL. If it is a link that is based in text, they just have to hover over it and click it and it appears. So they don't have to wait for the little arrow that you have to with an image, is basically the difference between text and image linking. Now, you've probably noticed throughout the first two segments of Glossi Office Hours that I've had the ability to customize the glossy templates that I've been using when I was showing you how to utilize clippings and how to link out through images and through text. This is a really interesting development here at Glossi because now all of our templates are completely customizable, which means that you can work off of one of our existing styles or start your own template from scratch. You basically have creative license to create anything that you want using Glossi. Now, I'll take you through our Start Fresh blank canvas, but before we do that, I'm going to show you how to tweak our existing styles. So this is within the Create a Glossi screen right here in the left side of the top navigation bar. And I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to Lookbook, which is one of my favorite existing styles. Let's say that you like the idea of this template, but you just want to tweak a couple of things on it. So maybe you want to display 2 items instead of 3 on this page. You go ahead and delete the items that you don't want, which you scan over the image or the text until this yellow X appears, and then clicking it deletes that element. You can also hover over the arrows at the bottom right-hand corner and expand the images that you have. You can click on an image and drag it to anywhere you want it, and in doing so, you'll resize and adjust the page elements as you want. Now, if you want to change the sizing and orientation of your images within these image boxes, just double-click them until you see this bar arrive at the top of the screen, and then clicking that resizes the image. So now you've resized your image, but it's scooted to the far side of your image container, and you can just click on the picture and drag it over to where you want it to be. So let's go ahead and adjust this bottom one as well. We'll enlarge it, and then we'll drag it over. And since we edited this template to have 2 images instead of 3, I'm going to go ahead and take off these text boxes. Again, I'm going to hover until I see the yellow X, and then hitting it, I will delete the element. I can move the existing text boxes by highlighting them and dragging them so they're better centered with the new images. And then I can adjust the size of the text box, adjust the font within the text box, the size of the font, anything like that. Now let's go on to another page, like your title page, and edit some of the layout that's available here. So let's say that you want to keep your title in this font, but you want it to be scooted off to the side like this. You would simply resize the text box and then drag this to where you want to see it. Let's say that you want to write your description here, but you want this to be visible higher up on the page. You could simply drag and drop it. And let's say that you like this image in the background, but you don't want it to take up the whole page. You can resize it and then center it. Now, a custom page functions the same way that an entire custom template does. It's just one slice of the whole pie, basically. So I can go through here and show you a couple of the completely customizable functionalities that you'd have on a blank page or in a blank template. So here we're on the custom page, and the only thing it comes with is a field that says custom, which you can delete out right away. Now you're starting with a blank page, so you can choose to add text, or you can choose to add an image, or you can choose to add a video, and then move all of these elements around the page as you want. Another neat functionality is that if you happen not to have an image box available, our new customization tool allows you to simply drag and drop an image from your clippings folder, and the image field will populate automatically. So you can resize it, move the image around within it. Basically anything that you want to do, the new Glossi customizable template enables you to do. Now that you're happier with your cover page and a couple of your internal elements, let's say you want to take out a few of the pages that are in this template. You would simply come over here to Pages, and then when you hover over these pages, you'll see small gray X's in the upper left-hand corner. You can click them and it'll delete these pages. So I'm going to go through and delete a few of these because we don't want all of them. Oops. And now let's say that I'm happy with the number of pages that are already existing in this template, but I want to add my own to complete it. I would either go to this yellow button where it says plus page to add a new page, or I can hover over one of the existing pages and add a page there. Now, here you have a couple of options. You can go through one of our pre-designed layouts based on what you're trying to accomplish, whether you want this to be a text article, a large image page, anything like that, or you can create your own custom page, which I'll show you how to do in just a minute. Now, if at any time you want to reorder the pages in your template, you can go ahead and just click and drag and drop them, and the order gets changed. One of my favorite things to do with customizable glossy layouts is to have the elements overlap each other, which makes the layout look really visually interesting and unlike anything that you can find on a blog or a current website. So in a lot of ways, it's like you're making a collage as if you were using Photoshop, except a million times easier and you don't need the expensive software. So let's say that I want to create a page using this picture. Go ahead and size it to the way I want it to be and move it around, and then I'll add another image down here. Let's say this one. And another neat tool that customization offers you is you can move images to the front or to the back. So if I want to move that image to the back, I just did. If I want to move this one to the back, I can do that, or to the front. I can also overlap text. So we'll say quote here, and then edit the formatting of it and drag it over so it's halfway on top of the image. Obviously, you're going to want a little bit more substance than just quote, but as an idea of what to do, this is one of my favorites that customized templates enables you to do. And that's all the time we have for this week's webisode of Glossi Office Hours. Thanks for tuning in, and if there's anything that you want to review from this webcast, go ahead and check our YouTube page where this will be available. If you ever have any questions about Glossi products or functionalities, please feel free to tweet us at Glossi with #Glossi101. We're standing by to answer your questions, and we might even answer them on an upcoming webisode of Glossi Office Hours.